Folks, happy Friday and happy Father's Day to all you awesome dads out there. One of the most tragic stories in the Bible is that of David being forced out of Jerusalem by his son Absalom. So David has to leave everything that he knows and loves, his nation, his people, his city, even his house. And he has to do it really quickly. So he has to gather up his family, his household, his advisors, his security team, and they have to hurriedly leave Jerusalem. And the people are weeping as they see their king leave. Now, because he's had to leave quickly, he hasn't been able to make decent provision. So a man named Ziba, who is the servant of Mephibosheth, brings provision for David and those traveling with him. Mephibosheth was the son of Jonathan, who was David's very best friend, who was killed in battle years before. And Jonathan, of course, was King Saul's son. Now, when Jonathan died, David brought Mephibosheth into his own household and cared for him and treated him as one of his own sons. So he's been showing great kindness to Mephibosheth for a very long time. So when Ziba arrives, he asks him, "Where's Mephibosheth?" And Ziba tells him that Mephibosheth has also betrayed him and is now aligned with Absalom. And to make matters worse, as David is leaving, a man named Shimai is throwing rocks and dirt at David and hurling insults at him, so much so that one of David's men says, "Hey, can I kill this guy?" And David says, "No, if God's called him to curse me, let him curse me." So you just see the sense of despair that David is in, the pain that he's feeling. It's almost as if he's just throwing his hands up and saying, "I'm done, I can't do any more." Now, when you read Psalm 3, which is a psalm that is written about this event in David's life, you kind of get a little bit of a different picture. David said that God is my defender, my shield, my strong shield, the lifter of my head. He says, even though I have 10,000 enemies, still God's my defender and my strength. And then at the end of this psalm, he prays this sort of strange prayer that God would strike the jaws of his enemies and smash the teeth of the unrighteous. So it's not the kind of psalm we read very much of, but so this is a message for our dads, but really it's a message for all of us. Maybe you're feeling some of that stuff. Maybe you're in just a real season of pain and challenge and difficulty. Maybe it's in your career or work, or maybe it's in your family. Maybe frankly it's in all of the division in our nation. And guys, I got to tell you, if you stand up for that which is true and just and right, you will have people walk out of your life. But it's the right thing to do, dads, because what kind of nation are we leaving off to our sons and our daughters if we're leaving a nation wherein large segments of its population are not experiencing justice and peace? So it's the right thing to do, to stand up for those who are suffering. But if you do that, you're going to feel this range of emotions. I know I do. You'll feel frustrated, you'll feel sorrow, you'll feel depression, sadness because people have left your life, but you'll also experience great anger and want to fight. But we have to remember that the place of strength, the place of peace, is to remind ourselves, as David did, that God is our great shield, our strong shield, our defender. He's the lifter of our head. So guys, stand up for that which is true and right. Stand up for the oppressed. Be strong, be bold, and know that we love you. Happy Father's Day, and get out there and make the world a better place, because you're in it. Thanks for watching, y'all.